football here in upstate New York as you look inside of Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a play fake. Lance. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On play action, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Sermon, they'll try the left side with it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Out to the flat for Lacey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Lacey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
56.
From midfield, here's Allen. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll run on first down. Lacey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Lacey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 2nd and very short, Allen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacy. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2nd and 9.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. They'll run it with Lacy. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Lacy will try again. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff, Sermon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Lance giving it to Sermon now on the option.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Lance. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry here for Lacy. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So the shotgun snap to Allen. A dump off to Lacy. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time.
Now a handoff. Here's Lacy. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Here's Allen to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
65.
From the gun, it's Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Allen gonna throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action, now it's Lance. That's complete, it's Kyle Juszczyk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, he lost the football, it's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give to Lacey running right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
On play action, Allen.
Big stop, Keith. Big stop.
And this is caught at the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll look to run with Moss. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, we got tight left, tight ends left. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Check 9, check 9.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
I'm coming. 45.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Bills. Zach Moss from 4 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that That makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Three yards remain for second down. From the gun, it's Lance. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. Davante Adams as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And this this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A final shot before half for Allen. His throw incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Come on now, let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, me and you all day, all day.
Now Allen.
I'm coming after you.
This one complete to Lacey. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
On first down, Lacey. Oh, strong running by Lacey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. 45's the mic, 45's the mic. Alert! Ears back and go full strength.
Lacey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And this one is incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Moss. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
I don't even know why this team showed up. 45.
They'll try again. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
First down, 49ers.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. That'll be complete to Sermon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. And Oliver, his 2nd sack of the night. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, You're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. Flushed out right. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun now for Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Gregory Rousseau able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Back now in Buffalo. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick is right there. It's good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
The busy night continues for Lacey. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They run it again with Lacey. And some space here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They're running it. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
To the air, Allen. And he's got his target, Harris. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2 points. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Mike, 54. 54. Go out.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lacy.
Go. It's wrong.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Check 50. Check 50.
Going with Moss on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Bills on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Back.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase it. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Lance, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and eat some clock with Lacey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 97 yards rushing now, as he's done it on 22 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down, Lacey. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's got to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Bills, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.